Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can find us on television, channel 182, and that's in North Alabama. Yay, we got you covered there. You can also find us on syndicated television worldwide. That's through Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. You can also find us on podcast, netnewsnetwork.net, and another one coming up pretty soon. I'm really excited about that. We've got the world's best mayor with us right now. His name is Chuck Abels, and been the mayor of Geraldine how many years now?
Oh, let's see, since 2012, so I guess it'd be 11 years coming up here pretty soon. Third term. You know, the terms set 4-year terms. One of my grandsons asked me one time, is that job term limited? I said, it's all you can stand. But
well, we can stand him. I hope it's going to be another 4 years.
And of course, after the last election in 2020, the state legislature decided to add another year to it to get it off of the same cycle as the presidential election. So 2025 for the next couple of years, and it's in August. Municipal election is in August. So
imagine the year 2025. You remember when we were
2
young
years
people?
From now.
Yeah, we're about the same age. So we were going to school. Oh, that seems so ancient, so way out there.
Yeah.
We're about to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens then. I mean, and it's amazing at just what technology has done to change our world. And I mean, from, even 50, 60 years ago, which doesn't seem that long ago.
Just from, okay, so I started the show The Edge back in 1995 with a studio, all the top, that was back in the day. And now that stuff is outdated. Yeah. And so I'm doing this on the farm now. I would have never dreamed that a few years later I would be on a farm in Geraldine with a studio inside the farmhouse with a show. That's just what technology has done.
And doing it with a
laptop,
iPad or a laptop or whatever.
I could use it. I have actually went out on location for some of my sponsors and used my iPad.
Yeah.
I have actually used my cell phone. It has a good camera to it.
Yeah.
Some of the best cameras that we never had back in 1995.
And you had 1995. You had hundreds of thousands of dollars in equipment all over the place.
I know it. And you've probably been in some of these studios. So it would be like these huge lights, and they would say, and I would say, it's so cold in here. Yeah. I'm cold natured anyway. You can probably tell. Donna, it's more. It's always so warm in here. But they had these huge lights, and they were huge like this, and they cost like over $100 a piece. Yeah. And they would say, we got to keep it cold in here like that, because if they get hot, they'll burst. Yeah. And you won't like the glass hitting you. No. So I would like bundle up, wear coats and dresses and everything else to make sure I was bundled up. But see, we don't have to do that anymore.
I know. I mean, it has changed so many things. I mean, people working from home now, and I always like to share, had somebody call from Savannah, Georgia a couple of years ago. We've seen a house on the internet in Geraldine that we'd like to buy, but we need to know how your internet is. And I said, we've got gigabit speed internet. Y'all come on. A lady and then her daughter and son-in-law that work from home said, they can work from anywhere that's got good internet. And so we're very fortunate to have that. And I was in our county mayor's meeting last week. We meet once a quarter, and Fred Johnson and a couple other people from Farmers Telecommunications were there, and just talking about some things and updates and just new things that they continue to do. But they're just top notch. And
well, our state is staying ahead of this game.
I know.
They really are. That's why we're telling you, wherever you live. My little story was I had to decide, because 2020 hit. I'm sure you've heard of 2020 and COVID hit. And I have asthma. So I was actually renting out space at a radio station in Scottsboro using their studio. And so Greta said, you have asthma. I really wish, she said, you can just take your computer and you can do this out of your home, Donna. And I said, I can't do it out of my home. So the big question was, could I actually host a show here? Because you got to have good internet speed. And I'm just telling you, if I can do it, whatever your job is, and you're thinking about moving into a smaller town because you want to farm and you want to be in town with good people, you can do it right here in Geraldine.
Absolutely. And, not just that. I mean, we've got a almost new sewer system, wastewater treatment plant here, and 5 or 6 years old, and, life of those is 50 years, but so we're way ahead on that. Our utilities are almost all co-ops, electricity and, like I say, the telephone and internet, and just got some dividends from Farmers Telephone the other day. They do once a year, and and got people that will work. I mean, our unemployment shows 2.5% in the county, and
That's
a majority of that,
low.
yeah, and a majority of that is really people. I mean, that includes people age 16 and up, and age 66 and up.
People who've retired.
Yeah, and
So really, it's
some of them
almost
want to work,
nothing.
and some of them, don't need to or don't get to. Or
I
whatever.
don't think you and I are ever going to retire.
No. But
And Phil sitting there in front of that computer editing the shows
Yeah.
is not going to retire, I don't think.
well, they can't.
As long as I'm
we're-
doing
yeah.
this.
But there's jobs out there for people looking for jobs, but there's very few help wanted signs just because people are working. It's
I'm
not.
not saying any help wanted signs.
I-
Well, the new Dollar General.
Yeah.
And I think they've already got all they need.
mean, they got open 10 days ago, a few days ago. I'm not sure exactly what day it was, but gives us $2 generals in the town of Geraldine and you people from out of town see this, and you can look it up, see that our population is 910, but our school has 1,150 kids, and I always tell people some of those kids have parents, so our community is much larger than what you see there, and we've got, I mean, I understand we're a small town. I understand that. We've got 6 great places to eat in town. We've got good hardware store, and we've got grocery store, and we've got therapy,
And a great
physical
bank.
therapy. Got a great
A
bank.
bank where everybody knows your name there.
I mean, so great that they donated their old building to the town, and we're in the process of fixing that up for our medical clinic, which is already here, but they do such a great job. They need more room. And our U.S. Representative Robert Adderholt's got us a big chunk of money, and we just applied for some more money through the state, through a DECA grant, and it'll be a while before we hear from that, but we think our federal money should be here in September, along with instructions. We have to wait on the instructions before we do anything, but that's okay. We'll, they set the rules, but they give us money. We'll go by their rules. And, a lot of things to do on that, but really looking forward to getting started on that, because we've been working on it a year already, but at least. But things like that just take time, and but anyway, we had a Dollar General market that has the fresh meat and fresh vegetables and things like that. The new Dollar General is not a market; it's a regular one, but they do have, surprisingly to me, some fresh vegetables and some fruits and things like that. But of course, it being new, it's clean and everything in order, and got one whole wall is refrigerated and frozen stuff, and got a lot of things that you need to keep you out of the big box stores.
And I don't like going to the big box. I don't have the patience to go to the big box stores. I like to just go in, they park right at the front, go right in, get what I want, and come out.
Yeah.
And so that shows a lot of confidence in the Dollar General store to actually have 2 locations in this area.
It does.
They see the need.
Yeah, they do, and I, they've told me that our Dollar General market is right number 1 or 2 in the region, and I'm gonna find out exactly because Angie, the store manager at Dollar General Market, is now the regional manager.
No,
got a nice
congratulations,
promotion.
Angie. She is awesome.
Works hard. I told her I've seen her car at Dollar General before the sun comes up some days, and way after it goes down. They're open till 11 o'clock at night. Convenience. Got self checkouts. Got people there to check you out. If you don't want to use
people fuss about the self. I like the self checkouts because I can just walk up and scan. I'm done. I'm out of there.
Yeah, me too. But you've got a choice. I mean, and it's a little funny to me. I mean, I got a little negative comments on Facebook about getting a new Dollar General store when we always had one, and I mean, it was like, why couldn't we had a Olive Garden or a Cracker Barrel or something? Well, we're not that good yet, and we didn't have a choice on, it was either a Dollar General or nothing in that spot, and we chose the Dollar General because, and again, the more businesses that we get, the more chance we'll have to get other businesses. We are growing.
That sends a message to other companies
too.
Dollar Generals. Wow, what y'all got going on over there?
Yeah.
Well, see, we've got this is a busy intersection, and Highway 75. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know the count of people who actually come by?
It's about 8,000 a day.
Sometimes it seems like more than
I
that.
know. That's according to the Department of Transportation. That's their count. But I think some people go around that thing instead of. I said, no, you need to go over it, back up, go over it again. But
that's a lot of folks. If you're thinking about any kind of a retail outlet, or maybe even another restaurant.
Yeah. And like I say, we've got the sewer, we've got all the things you need, the low utilities, and got some space available. I know always you beat on me for teasing a little bit. We're working on another new business.
Oh, really?
That
you can't tell us.
Can't tell next time.
Let me tell you about this, Mo. We're going to have to go into a commercial break. He will not tell you anything if somebody has told him. Shh, not yet. He doesn't tell you.
Well,
that's a good mayor right there. Okay, we've got to go into a commercial break. He doesn't like me to brag on it. We'll be right back in just a minute. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Wow, it's so soft and smooth.
It's cool to the touch. How did you do that?
Well, we took MyPillow's patented fill and combined it with this new technology that we didn't have back then when I invented MyPillow to bring you the best pillow in history, MyPillow 2.0. Because of all of you, MyPillow 2.0 has been a huge success, and now we're bringing you our best-selling Go Anywhere MyPillows with the same temperature-regulating technology. Made with my patented adjustable fill and brand new cooling fabric, they're truly the next generation of MyPillow. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save over 60% on our MyPillow 2.0 4-pack special. You'll get 2 MyPillows and 2 Go Anywhere MyPillows, regular $259.92, now only $99.98. King size just $10 more. This is a limited time offer, so please order now.
Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities.
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Good afternoon, we're back. My name is Donna, and I am your host of The Edge on ISC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Check out the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. If you'll notice, I put my email address down there. That's donna@donnasedge.com. If you have any questions for the mayor, something you would like for him to answer for you, and you're too timid to send him a text, you can send it to me. I'll ask the question for you. But go ahead and do that, or if you have any ideas about the show, and we've received a few ideas. Some folks have said, I want you to do some more gardening stuff. Then some people say, get more into politics. Then some people say, no more politics. I want to say, I can't please everybody. So anyway, we have topics based on what you request. So we're doing that right now. I have actually been, we've got a farmer's market. Here. Next year, I think I might be ready to do something to the farmer's market if I have time.
I wouldn't be surprised looking at your garden.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, I've done quite a few segments on the concrete garden, and it works there. I mean, wow.
I can tell. It looks great. And we've had a couple of additional vendors at the farmer's market the last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. We've moved it. It was in a nice shady place up at the park, and by a pond and by the splash pad and in a pavilion and all that. And it was, you know, it was a comfortable place, but we weren't getting very many
That's
customers.
handy.
So we moved over to Highway 75 there in front of the old Liberty Bank building, right at the intersection, and
I think it's a good idea.
we put up a little gazebo there for the vendors, and some of them have brought their own tents and things like that. We've got power out there, had some fans going and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you need fans this time of
Yeah,
year. It's
yeah.
hot here too, just like it is anywhere else.
Yeah.
That humidity will eat you up.
But you know, we've had, you know, fresh vegetables, and I mean, there's somebody drove 40 miles last week to come and set up, and they had carrots and had looked like cilantro and different things.
good.
Even had some coloring books that they had made, you know, and it's for anything that you make or grow.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know, if you knit a sweater or you know, anything that you make yourself or grow yourself is you can sell at the farmer's market. Some real good salsa, homemade salsa, and some jams and jellies and cookies and banana bread and
Sand Mountain tomatoes.
eggs, Sand Mountain
Everybody
tomatoes.
likes Sand Mountain tomatoes. You know, my
Cantaloupe.
stepfather actually he took a job out in Chicago. This is back in the 40s or the 50s. I don't remember when he said it was. And he said that there was a truck from Sand Mountain that would actually go all the way to Chicago. And he said within an hour, everything was gone.
Yeah,
People were just going like crazy and they put a sign up, Sand Mountain, Alabama tomatoes.
yeah. Just, I mean, they just taste different and they taste good.
It's that sandy soil we've
Yeah.
got.
And I told Phil, but I brought you a cantaloupe out of my garden.
Oh,
They've done great this year. I mean, I picked 11 Friday and got lots more coming.
can't wait to get my mouth on that.
Uh,
I love cantaloupes. I think
you know,
it's a food I don't like. I think I like every food. Licorice, I'm not into that.
Oh well,
Yeah.
but I tolerate it. I can't. I don't know if there's anything I can mark off my list, obviously, but I, you know, the cantaloupe is good and it's nice and sweet. I think you'll enjoy it. But and you know, obviously, I mean, last year, you know, I probably didn't get but 5 or 6 all year, and this year, I mean, I've probably picked 25 already. And, you know, not a whole lot you can do with them except eat them. But
That's
now-
okay.
now-
They're good for you.
But so I've been giving them away. But now, Catherine told me yesterday. She said, "I found some recipes for cantaloupe."
You're going to make
and-
a lot of cantaloupe.
And I said, "I wonder if you can grill it." She said, "Oh yeah, I've got a recipe for grilled."
Squash and all
Yeah.
that stuff is
Yeah.
good grilled.
Yeah, I mean our squash. I mean, my garden this year has been probably the best I've ever had. I don't know weather or something, but it's been real good.
A little olive
Tomatoes
oil.
and-
Soak it in olive oil. Just a little bit of olive oil. You can
Yeah.
brush it on there if you want to. A little salt
Yeah.
and pepper and put it on the grill. It's the best you've ever had.
Yeah,
Even in the microwave.
yeah.
This mayor knows how to cook too. We're going to have a cooking segment sometime.
Oh yeah, sure.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Now most of the time I cook outside because I'm pretty messy.
Camera will go outside just as
Yeah,
well as it goes in here.
I
Well, I'm messy
cook on
too.
the
You
grill,
can
but-
see my kitchen.
But I like to cook on the grill. But you know, like I say, I can cook vegetables and a lot of things on the grill.
You know, it'd be fun to have a competition on the grill because Phil thinks he's the cookout
Okay.
king.
Well,
So
but I'm
you
not saying
are
I'm the
too.
king. I you know,
Oh, he's the king.
I like to do it, and you know, I mean,
I gave
people
away
like
one
to
of
eat
his
it.
secrets.
oh,
Don't tell him I told you, okay? So here's the secret. I gave the secret away about 3 years ago. So here's the secret for cooking out burgers.
yeah,
Okay, so he wasn't sets the patties up the night before, so they just kind of have time to set. So before he puts it on the grill, this is his secret. Because he wants his burger cooked all the way through. Mother does. I can take a little thing. So what he does is uses his thumb, clean thumb by the way, and then he'll press his thumb down in the middle of
Yeah.
that burger, and it serves 2 purposes. Now don't tell Phil I told this, okay? So he puts it on the grill, and it serves 2 purposes. First of all, it's going to be done in the middle. Second purpose is it cradles that barbecue sauce, so it's not going to be dripping all over the place. You're not going to lose. You know, a lot of it you'll lose it in the grill
Yeah.
when you flip that burger on. So that's what that does. So don't tell him. Now you're going to take that idea home.
I probably will.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the town of Geraldine and why you should move here. You know, the people are just now, they want to know what's in their food.
Yeah.
So they want to grow their own food. I can't think of a better soil you can use than here. I mean, that's why people from Chicago know about our Sand Mountain tomatoes.
And you know, and farming, I mean, soybeans, corn, cotton, I mean, all that does real well here.
Mm-hmm.
And seen more cotton this year than
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know, when I was a kid, it was either cotton or corn.
Mm-hmm.
They added soybeans, potatoes grow real well here. And
I tried that. So what happens? I had some potatoes that they were kind of had these little. My granddad called them eyes. I don't know if that's is that the correct term? Because he would make up stuff and say it's eyes.
That's right.
So
that's a technical term.
Oh, I didn't know. As a matter of fact, I mentioned that in the class I attended through Auburn University, and they looked at me like I was from outer space. So apparently that's not the technical term. It's
must
our
not be.
term.
I mean,
so
that's what I've heard all my life.
Yeah, but I just wanted to see if it would work. So I went on ahead and cut those potatoes up and threw them in the concrete blocks. I've got potatoes coming up. Just from, and they say you can't do store-bought like that, but these are store-bought potatoes, and they come up and got potatoes.
Yeah. Well, last year I planted watermelons for the first time, just a few, you know, and they didn't do real good, you know, did okay. And so this year I thought, I'm not going to plant any. And so I tilled up my space probably 4 or 5 times. I mean, with a tractor and a big tiller. Mm-hmm. I had watermelons come up, just volunteer.
They will.
I've got some twice as big as a basketball out there.
We did. For the longest, they were coming up right at the very front yard. And I looked and I said, Phil, is that a water? Because we didn't plant the seeds there. I don't know if a bird flew over. I don't know what happened, but there wound up being a seed and it germinated. And we had this. It weighed almost 100 pounds. It was huge. And it tastes good too. So you just never know with the Sand Mountain soil. If you want to farm, you'll get some good prices too.
Yeah. And I tell you, the squirrels like my tomatoes too.
Yeah, I've seen them gnawing.
Yeah. But, I mean, they get them and run off with them.
You can have chickens around. If you noticed where 2 of our hens, and they like to lay eggs on my front porch of all places. Yeah, I'm out in the country.
That's convenient, though.
Yeah, all I got to do is walk out there. I don't have to hunt them anymore. So for some reason, that big pan I've got up there, so we're having to, it's not a flower anymore. I thought it was pretty as a flower, but they kept killing the flowers. But anyway, you can move right here. How can folks get in contact with you if they're thinking about moving or starting a business?
Yeah, my email address is mayor@townofgeraldineal.com. AL being for Alabama, Geraldine AL. It's not AL.com, it's townofgeraldineal.com. Mayor@townofgeraldine. Or 256-659-2122. Get you to town hall, and be glad to hear from you with questions, suggestions. I got a couple of suggestions over the weekend about some things we may try to do. Somebody said, I've got a big screen where we could do an outdoor movie. And
wouldn't that be fun?
I said, we got speakers and everything, projector, everything you need. And I said, we'll be in touch. Wow. Get just a little bit cooler, I mean.
Yeah,
cooler. We'll work on that.
We'll bring a little fan out there. Some of those church fans we used to use a long time ago. Yeah. We can bring fans out there.
Got a great park, walking track, and basketball courts, tennis courts, pickleball courts, splash pad, ball fields. We're in the process of building another ball field, so got plenty of stuff to play and places to work. And as I usually say, if I didn't already live here, I'd move here.
Thank you, Mayor, for being on the show. Sure. We got to go, and thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with him in about 2 more weeks. So you hang in there, okay?
You have been at this for 12 years. Why are you doing it? Because God's children are not for sale.